auf ein Glas. Moin und willkommen zur 4. Folge von unserem Podcast Auf ein Glas. Diese ist aus dem Weingut Monte de Salicos, wo wir allerdings nicht mit den Winzern, sondern mit Algarve-Gourmet zusammensitzen. Paulo erzählt die ganze Zeit und singt und Gorete kocht und wir genießen. Und draußen plattert ein veritables Unwetter. Stöhne flogen durch die Gegend, durch den Wind. Es muss die nächsten 3 Monate nicht mehr gewässert werden, weil es kam genug Wasser runter. Da schauen wir mal.
Welcome all. First of all, I am Paulo Gorete. My wife is inside. She's looking at me and saying that I'm crazy. So, we have a company that's called Happy Wine. I was working in banking before, banking business, 20 years, but I had a passion for tourism. So I quit in 2018. And, Gorete was working in a photography studio and we met during the pandemic with a bottle of wine to that.
Could be worse.
Okay, it could be worse.
2 glasses, no bottle.
Yeah, that would be bad. So we are from the center north of the country, from Serra da Estrela. And, well, Facebook thing, we started to talk. We had met 20 years before, but it was like, hello, bye. And now we started a project together. So Gorete came with me to the Algarve and we visited with the Happy Wine. We were driving the vintage vans and visiting different wineries, different places. And we wanted to find a place where we could do a wine tasting that would make sense for us. Because we feel that wine improves with food and food improves with wine. So we wanted to make an enogastronomic experience rather than just going to a place and drink some wine and giving you random tapas. So in November 2023, both of us came to this place and we talked to the owners that are from the north of the country. And they said, okay, that would be nice because we have here simple tasting. Sometimes, not every time, have something different here in the winery. So we started to work in March of 2024 and we are developing here 80% of our experiences. We have picnics, romantic picnics. We have food tour in the vineyard, and we also have food tours in other places like Portimão. We have walking tours in the seaside, walking tours in the mountain, but all of the tours end with food and wine. Okay, the idea is food and wine. This place is called Monte de Salicos, and it is a farm for around 500 years. In the beginning, that house on the back was the main house, and the main house and the land around it was called Morgado. We can see lots of morgados in south of Portugal. And it is when there's a house with some years old with a big family estate, okay, in the Algarve. It was divided in 2, and the part that is agricultural, we would call Monte. Monte is a small hill where there is a farm around. Here people say, eu vou ao monte. I'm going to my farm, but we say Monte, okay? So Monte is this part here, and the name of the monte is Salicos, Monte de Salicos. Salicos comes from salt, small drops of salt. The wind brings small drops of salt. The wind is bringing now small drops of salt, okay? So it's not a big farm because we do not have big farms in the Algarve, okay? Everything is small. Everything is a family-owned state. And this is 13.5 hectares. So it is small. But to the Algarve, it is, 8.5 hectares we have of vineyards. And before here was orange trees. The father of the owner, he was working in a cooperative of wine. And he didn't want orange trees here because we do not have enough water here for oranges. And as he already had an hectare of vine here and other places where he had vines, he decided, let's put everything together here and take out the orange tree. That's what happened. The orange trees disappeared and he replanted the vines he had in other places here. So 8.5 hectares of vines. This happened around the 2000s, 99, 2005. So the first they replanted was the reds. We can see from the beginning of the property to the end here. This is Aragonês, that is the same of Tempranillo, Spanish Tempranillo. Aragonês is very well adapted in the south of Portugal. It's a very aromatic grape and it has very well balanced tannins. It's easy. So it's used in blends, lots of blends, Aragonês. We also have in the beginning of the property, Touriga Nacional, the Portuguese grape that does port wine. We have 3 T's in port wine. One is Touriga Nacional, Tinta Roriz e Touriga Franca. And it's used from north to south because it creates good blends. It gives strongness to the wines. Then we have 2 strong French wines, that is Syrah and Cabernet Sauvignon. So the reds we make here are all blends. Then we have the whites in this side. The whites have not yet been pruned. They will be pruned after. And the whites here are, the first one is Verdelho. Verdelho is from Madeira Island mostly, but we can find it in the south of Portugal, Spain, Italy, Verdecchio, for example. So it is around this area. It gives a semi-dry kind of wine. It is still fruity, but a little bit dry. Madeira uses this. It's like Madeira wine. They have very dry wine and sweet fortified wine. And when they use Verdelho, it's in the middle of the two. Not that sweet, not that dry. Okay, both of them. So it has some ananas, pineapple notes. More in Madeira Island, we can find more the pineapple notes. Then we have Sauvignon Blanc, French also, with the notes of tropical fruits also. We have Viognier, French also, Pinot Gris, also French or Italian, whatever. And we have Moscatel Graúdo, Portuguese Muscat. Okay. So we make 5,000 bottles of the whites and 15,000 of the reds. So the wine does not get out of the Algarve. All the wine that is produced in the Algarve, with small exceptions, does not get out of the Algarve. The production is very small. We are about 50 producers. And so we produce from 5,000 bottles to 150. And now I think it's starting to rain. And that is not enough to be exported or even to be sold to the north of the country. So everything is sold here. Okay. I think now it's raining. Do you think we can go back and finish the tour inside? So as I was telling the politics, we are not huge producers on that. Okay? So small producers, we produce for the market, for the restaurants, for the wholesales, and it doesn't get far. Wine from the Algarve is very fruity. We have lots of sun now, but and temperatures can be very high in summertime. So our grapes usually maturate fast, and they can have lots of lots of alcohol. It happens more in inland where there's no breeze that comes on the sea. That the content of alcohol is higher than most sugar. Our orange is very sweet. All our fruits are very sweet because of the sun. It's essentially. Here, the good thing is that we have some wind and that it lowers the temperature. So the grapes maturate slowly. This year, even we usually do the harvest in August and September. This year, we had a late harvest in October. We had the grapes did not mature till the beginning of October. The reds. The story of the wine in the Algarve goes back to the Phoenicians. Before the Phoenicians, Ice Age, our own Carta, because we have a low contact near the Atlantic Ocean with the Atlantic current, the vines did not die here in the ice age. So it's still bad vines, but this did not produce. Okay? The Phoenicians came 2,000 to 3,000 years ago and brought the wine with them. They came by the Mediterranean, from Lebanon area to the Mediterranean, brought us wine. You can see that there are vessels of wine in Arad, the river near Portimao, and also in the river near the border to Spain, Guadiana. And the vessels are found upstream. So one vessel here, two there, three there, upstream. And some of those vessels contain seeds of grapes, and they contain wine. You know? So we know that the wine was brought within it started in the south of Portugal and Portugal. You produced wine here for a lot of time, and wine was a commodity. We had cooperatives. We had a cooperative here in Lagoa. That is the second oldest cooperative. They would store the wine. They would make the wine. They would store the wine. They would sell the wine. The idea was, when there was no wine, they would have them stored there. When we had too much wine, you would put it there. They would take care of everything. The prices would not be high and low. Because till the 70s, 80s, we would pay people the salary plus wine. Okay? In the 60s, 70s, men would receive a liter of wine per day and women would receive half a liter. Plus the salary. Okay? So we had to keep the prices stable of the wine. So that could happen. In the beginning of the 70s, we had our revolution in 74. We had no longer dictator here. Tourism started to appear in the Algarve more and more and more and more. And people started to abandon the fields and to work in tourism whatsoever, or selling their properties to hotels, to full families, whatever. So vineyards were abandoned. Vineyards existed more near the seaside. It's really yellow. And they were abandoned. So wine started to be very, 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 very bad. Undrinkable. Wine that went to the grapes that went to the cooperative were not treated, and they would do wine with whatever they had. So the wine wasn't drinkable. What happened was, government in the 2000s implemented a program asking people to give back to wine in the area. So from the 2000s, people started to replant and get back to the wine. Now, fortunately, we have our good name back again, but it took 25 years to get here. Okay? Wine is still developing in the Algarve. There are two particular grapes that will develop more in the future. One is called Negramon. That is a grape that sometimes does not turn red. So sometimes we do white wine with it, sometimes rosy, sometimes red. It's very challenging because we do not know when it's going to turn red, which year, which row, if it is going to turn red or not. So every year we have to do one field, whatever it gives us, white, rosy, or red. But it's unique in the Algarve. The second one is called Praia Marinha. It's not unique in the Algarve, but it's mostly from the Algarve. It's the white wine also. And these two kind of wines would develop a lot in the future during the Algarve. We have some diggerable here in the property, but it is not big enough for us to produce any kind of wine with it. We use it just to eat it or in some blends. Today, the idea is to follow the Mediterranean diet and give you some tapas that we're just preparing. And these tapas are going to pair with 4 wines we're going to have. So for the first wine, we will have a rosé, and we have tapas for that. For the second, the white, young wine, also with tapas for that. The third, a young red wine, and the fourth, a Reserva-Rotwein. Meanwhile, I will try to sing some songs for you. if everything is okay, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay? Dry rosé. It is salmon in color, and it's made of two kind of grapes that is a Torrigine Nacional in our village. Red fruit notes on it, and it's easily good with pizza, pasta, sushi, salads, shrimp, salmon, also fish. And you can have it also with ham or chorizo to clean the palate from those flavors. But today we're going to have it with an Algarve salad of carrots. It is carrots with garlic, olive oil, extra virgin, biological olive oil, so we use the body oil it. And we will have it also with cummins in the mixture. Okay? You can see this as a starter in lots of different restaurants in Algarve. Some use this for some not, but this is the original salmon. So carrots, garlic, and olive oil with cumin. Okay? The idea is wine cleaning the palate from the garlic and the cumins and the carrots, bringing some sweetness back to the wine. Okay? Hope you enjoy. Are you comfortable here?
Ja.
Okay, good.
It's dry inside.
Better than dry inside with yellow.
Ja.
Enjoy. Okay. So when we changed our logo, we had to add in our logo, okay? And we thought of what is very important for Portuguese: sardine and a glass of wine. Yeah. With red bread, with garlic and olive oil. Okay, this is a custom that is from the mountains. When the bread would get old, we would fry it and put olive oil and rub garlic on it. Okay, so this is typically here called tiborna. Okay,
Wir haben jetzt hier die Karotten, die uns beiden ein wenig zu viel Kumin haben, aber Arbeitsbeginn, der Wein gewinnt. Und das ist ja eigentlich der Sinn der Sache.
Also davor war er eigentlich hauptsächlich trocken und jetzt hat man schon sehr fruchtige Aromen.
Ja.
Dazu ein schönes Knoblauchbrot.
Eine Sitte aus den Bergen, wie uns Paulo erzählte, und hauptsächlich mit dem Sinn, das alte Brot aufzubrauchen. Das heißt, wenn es altbacken ist, es nicht wegzuwerfen, sondern schlicht und ergreifend aufzubacken ein wenig und mit Olivenöl zu übergießen und dort drüber Knoblauch zu streichen. Das ist schon lecker.
So
Also das ist
this is the white young wine market is so fish. It is made with Sauvignon Blanc and Verdun. So in this mineral, but you have good fruit notes also. Not fruit notes. So it's well balanced between the fruit notes and the minerality. Okay? Very good with fish. Today we're going to have it with special tiborna. Okay, a tiborna is a bruschetta, Portuguese bruschetta that we also do to make it. Okay? Tiborna of sardine and peppers. So we roast the peppers, or red roasted with peppers, and so it's red, olive oil, extra virgin, garlic, peppers, and on top of it, sardine. Sardine is a canned sardine. Now we don't have fresh shell. Okay, so we use a canned sardine. It's also easier because you don't feel the bones. It is made in steam, the bones turn soft. So for somebody that does not like bones, it is good. Okay? Yes, sardine?
Yes, of course.
And for it as well. And for me. I think this is easier to drink by itself. But it's just an opinion. Personal opinion. May I sing the song? Is it okay? So this song is called Pique Doucet. So Pique is conductor. So it's called Pique Doucet, the conductor of the song. It's a girl that is in love with the conductor of a train in Lisbon, the number 7. So she wakes up in the morning just to see him. And she goes to the train, not because she wants to travel. It's just because she wants to see him and be with it in the train. So Pique also means Gorete, ajuda, adrenaline. I always ask God. So pique means adrenaline. Or pique que pique the second bar. The adrenaline that the conductor of the 7 is delivering. This song has some fado influences, canto linchado influences from Alentejo, but also Antonio Zambujo lived in Brazil from some time. He brought some influences from Brazil to his song. Okay? So, here we go. De manhã cedinho, eu salto do ninho e vou pra paragem. E o bandolete à espera do 7, mas não da viagem. Meu bem que não queria, passou de 7 dias, eu vim passar. E o meu peito cético, a fica de elétrico, vou que eu ensinar. A cada repique que soa do clique daquele alicate, no modo frenético, o peito cético toca a rebate. Se o trem descarrila, o povo refila e eu fico num ciclo. Pois o mero trajeto, no meu caso concreto, é já um destino. Ninguém acredita no estado em que fica o meu coração. Quando o sujeito me apanha, até acho que a senha me salta da mão. Pois na carreira desta vida vã, mais nada dá. A pica que pica, do certo dá. Que triste fadário e que itinerário tão infeliz. Cruzar meu horário com um funcionário do trem da Carris. Se eu me perguntasse se tem livre passe para o peito de alguém, passo lá saber, talvez lhe obter o peito também. Ninguém acredita no estado em que fica o meu coração. Quando o 7 me apanha, até acho que a senha me salta da mão. Pois na carreira desta vida vá, mais nada dá. A pica que pica do 7 dá. Mais nada te dá. A pica que o pica do 7 me dá. Bem, obrigado.
So, wir haben jetzt die Bruschetta mit dem Weißwein und Paulo sagte, der Weißwein schmeckt alleine besser als mit dem Essen. Und das testen wir mal.
Da hat er gesagt, alleine mit Essen nicht so gut.
Ne, gemeint, das sei eigenständig.
Na, dann kommen wir mal.
Arbeitsfortsetzung.
Sehr aromatisch.
Ja.
Frisch trotzdem, aber wirklich tolles Aroma. Er soll angeblich nicht ganz trocken sein. Das bekommt im Wein, glaube ich, ganz gut. So ein kleiner. Ja. Das ist wie manchmal mit den sächsischen Rieslingen, wenn die so ein bisschen zumachen. Das glaube ich auch.
Ja, die sächsischen Rieslinge, ich denke, einiges Essen verträgt es ganz gut. Wir haben jetzt diese quasi Bruschetta, also ein Stück Brot, weißes Brot, helles Brot, Tomatenstücke.
Nee, Paprika.
Paprikastücke und da oben drüber Dosensardinen. 130 Fabriken gab es vor einiger Zeit. Von der Algarve, in Ollao waren ja welche. Portimao gab es auch viele, in Ferragudo gab es welche. Und ja, viele Fabriken sind weg und wir schauen jetzt mal. Dazu haben wir bekommen eine ganz kleine Flasche mit Piri Piri, extra Forte, Go, die Köchin, kam extra an den Tisch und warnte uns, nicht zu viel zu nehmen.
1 Tropfen habe ich genommen, reicht völlig zu.
1 Tropfen, 1 drop only. Ich habe jetzt die Angst des Tormanns von Meter, das auszudröppeln. Und schon kam er. Okay. Ja, we try the piri-piri now.
It is strong.
1 drop is enough.
One is making wine.
Also jetzt mit Essen probiert den Wein. In der Tat verliert er dann ein bisschen. Also das Essen ist einfach zu kräftig. Also sagen wir mal, zu zart gebratenen Fisch, würde ich sagen, ja. Aber zu diesen kräftigen Sardinen mit den doch auch kräftig gewürzten Paprika esse ich das jetzt erstmal aus und dann komme ich den.
Genau. Wir waren schon immer für Trennkost, oder?
This red is a red that is a blend of 4 different kinds of grapes. All of the 4 varieties that make wine beer. The 2 French, Cabernet Sauvignon and Syrah, the Portuguese Tradicional. So it's full of aromas inside, but it is quite very well balanced, not the Italians. And it's very good with hot fish, for example, with fabella. We are having it today with goat cheese. Goat is the animal from the north, and this goat cheese is from our territory. Our usual supplier does not have now. We are waiting for it, so we're buying it in our dish. But it's the same kind of goat, same kind of cheese. In this case, it's a little bit saltier. Okay, so we'll have this cheese also with a homemade jam that Gorete makes from pumpkin jam. This pumpkin jam has orange, the peel of the orange, the skin of the orange, has also cinnamon, brown sugar, and it is homemade. She makes this. So some cookies with the cheese, and then the top, we can put on the top the jam. It's a carry for itself. And we hope with the wine that the wine is very smooth, everything you want to fill up there. Okay?
That's the one I had yesterday.
You had yesterday this one, okay? Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay. It's a very smooth wine.
Yeah.
And it will be well with this salty sweet. It's not too much sweet also, because Gorete does not put too much sugar in the pumpkin. She puts a little bit more just for it to maintain in the jar.
Yeah.
But if you do it at home, she lowers the level of the sugars, so you just fill the pumpkin.
Yeah.
In this case, a little bit more just
To preserve it.
to preserve it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm going to sing another song, okay? This song is called The Casa. It's by a band that's called Dharma. The band is a pop band, but in this song, the main part of this song, which is sang in a traditional way from Alentejo. It is Get a Little, and it's about a boy that is in love with a girl and sees his future with joy. Quantas pedras trago eu sabado, quantas vou tirar a bateria, amar-te demais. Lá vou na canseira deste dia, e aí só vale a pena acabar. A dar-te beijo, a dar-te beijo, e a dar-te peito, a dar-te beijo, e a dar-te peito a descansar. Amor, quem sabe, nem mesmo seu pai não deixasse. Seu nome no porto de abrigo, farol e rezar. Eu prometo ser verdade.
Chegar a casa, fazer um jantar e tirar-te a saudade. Amor que azava na mesa se teu pai não deixasse. Sonhar pelo porto de abrigo o farol e desejo que o prometo ser verdade. Chegar a casa, fazer um jantar e tirar-te a saudade. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um beijo. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um peito a descansar. Agora estou à tua porta de ficar para sempre. Crianças no campo te trazem como o sol em frente. E num abraço ser família. Nós somos casa com doce viagem com o resto da vida. E queria acabar assim. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um beijo. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um peito a descansar. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um peito. A dar-te um beijo, Aninha, a dar-te um peito a descansar. Obrigado.
Obrigado. So, wir haben jetzt diese Rotwein Cuvée mit zweimal Französisch, zweimal Portugiesisch, wie wir gerade gehört haben im Original. Ich fand, ich habe den ja gestern schon mal gehabt, da fand ich ihn solo sehr angenehm, fruchtig, rund.
Das ist wieder so ein Allrounder, den man zu allem Möglichen servieren kann und der auch vielen Leuten schmecken wird. Kein Holz großartig, also das war aus dem Stahltank. Kommt da noch ein Holz? Hat er gestern erzählt, dass der kein Holz gesehen hat.
Ja.
Sehr fruchtig. Nicht zu kräftig. So, dazu haben wir jetzt die Cracker. Ich habe die Kürbismarmelade drauf gemacht. Du hast es auf den Käse. Ich habe dann den Käse draufgelegt und die Salzmantel oben drauf. Und das passt ganz gut zusammen. Also der Käse ist schon kräftig. Und da hat der Wein ein bisschen zu kämpfen. Aber insgesamt, das ist ganz schön. Die Marmelade fetzt.
Ist aber von vielen Ziegenkäsen, die ich schon hatte, einer der harmloseren. Also der hat vom Geschmack.
Ja,
und aus Standing, ja, aber nicht so ein, der ist nicht zickig.
Nee, zickig nicht, aber kräftig.
Kräftig, ja. Also wer seinen Käse nur im Supermarkt kauft, hat damit zu kämpfen.
Ja.
Aber wer Käse dort kauft, wo man Käse kauft, wird keine Probleme haben.
Let's go to the other one that you have not tasted. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So this goes 6 months to the French oak barrels, but it's not in an old oak. It's not giving it that amount of
A small casket like a barrique?
barrique for 300 300 liters, more or less.
Yeah, okay.
300 is not 300.
And then it's a barrique because it has 225 liters roundabout, so that makes 300 bottles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but it is not a new one because the analog here, the winemaker, does not want lots of wood influence in wines from here. Mostly these. So this is Touriga Nacional and Syrah. Both of them together, okay? You can find eventually some pepper notes. This is a little bit more violet in color than the one that you've had, okay? So it's more purple than previous.
Which year is it, 21?
Or this is 23.
23.
Still being made as a reserva because rotation of wine here is big.
Okay.
And they don't do lots of bottles of these. So this will end in September next year.
Okay.
Then you will have the new one. It takes 12 months to get out to the market. Touriga Nacional is known sometimes as the violet grape. When it's only Touriga from the north, it has smell of violence sometimes. But this is mixed, so eventually, hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Really.
Does
it enjoy?
Reserva haben wir gelernt, muss ja nicht alt sein. 23er Jahrgang, weil auch der schon wieder im Herbst ausverkauft sein wird. Und dann muss der 24er ran. Sächsische Verhältnisse.
Kann man so
Aber
sagen.
trotzdem.
Dazu haben wir hier ein schönes Bauernbrot mit einer Chorizo aus dem Monchique-Gebirge in Scheiben.
How is the chorizo?
Best.
Very good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Eventually start the name of the guy that has it. We found lots of them, but this one, and then there is one that is spicy also, but not super spicy.
Ja.
Die ist very good. Also wir haben Chorizo, die in Scheiben geschnitten ist und dann kross angebraten. Und was auffällt, ist ein wunderbarer Räuchergeschmack. Also kräftig.
Can I sing the last song? Okay. Gorete is going to bring to you a carrot sweet of a mother. That is from it's hers. She does this yearly. Carrot is very traditional in the Algarve. In this case, it is a carob salami. You can find in Portugal chocolate salami. It is a roll. It's made in a roll like a salami and sliced like a salami. In this case, it is carob. It has chocolate 70%, cacao. It has cookies. It has roasted almonds with caramelized and also a little bit of salt of the Algarve for the salt. Okay, everything together to create a bomb, right? No, it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthy because it has just a bit of sugar, and carob is healthier than milk chocolate, and it has cacao. It's very healthy. Meanwhile, I'll sing you a song that is called Back to the Papel, Paper Boat. It's a song of mine. I recorded it in the pandemic. Barco de papel, navego sem vela, sem mapa nem capitão. E entro no teu porto azul, ao largo do mar, nas ondas do teu olhar, pelo sopro de vento sul. Levam as águas, estrelas em vagas, chamam o pôr do sol ao entardecer. E aqui vou eu, levam do lar. E aqui vou eu, espuma de embalar. E aqui vou eu. Sou barco de jornal, pinto de letras no mar, suadas no teu sol. E passam por mim rurais de marfim, musas sereias que vão ir dos céus e falam dos teus raios de vida ao amanhecer. E aqui vou eu, leva ao mundo ar. E aqui vou eu, espuma de abalar. Aqui vou eu, leva ao mundo ar. E aqui vou eu.
Der Wein war übrigens auch ganz gut mit Chorizo.
Ja,
Also er hat
schmeckt dann auch
gepackt.
etwas gut. Ja.
Und wir haben noch einen Schluck drin gelassen. We tried just now.
Er hat gefragt, ob wir es schon probiert haben.
Ja,
Und zwar das kleine Dessert.
den portugiesischen Kalten Hund.
Ja, habe ich gerade so gesagt. Eigentlich ist es kalter Hund. Es ist nur zusätzlich, also es ist Keks drin, es ist Kakao drin und es ist zusätzlich drin Karob, was ja natürlich hier die Weine stehen, Karobweine und Mandeln auf jeden Fall. Ich überlege gerade, deswegen also, der Karobbaum, heißt der noch irgendwie? Johannisbrot. Ist das Johannisbrot? Tannenbaum,
Ich meine ja,
aus dem Karob hergestellt wird? Ich glaube auch.
unter dem standen
Das
wir.
Wort fehlte mir. Also wir haben ja schon mehrfach unter
Wir
einem
standen
großen
unter einem
gestanden.
am
Ja.
Anfang, bevor der Regen einsetzte, wo wir dann wohl fluchtartig den Ort verlassen hatten, weil die Regenspitzen kamen.
Ja. Und natürlich Meersalz. Gehört ja bei mir sowieso in alle Kubis, aber hier
Nicht
ist
verraten.
auf jeden Fall Meersalz drin. Spürbar und schmeckbar.
Cada dia é bico de obra, uma carga de trabalhos faz-nos falta renovar baterias, há razões de sobra para celebrarmos hoje com quando que se empolga. É dia de folga, sem pressa, viagem invencível. Sai esta autorrima, vou descer à rua, pode o trânsito parar. O guarda desfruta, a fiscal não multa, passa o turista, faz por não atrapalhar. Dona Laura, hoje jantar quer no jornal. Na cozinha está o esposo e avental. Cada dia é bico de obra, uma carga de trabalhos faz-nos falta renovar baterias, há razões de sobra para celebrarmos hoje com o quadro que se empolga. É dia de folga, folga de ser-se quem se é e de fazer tudo o que tem de ser. Folga para ao menos uma vez na vida ser como nos apetecer. Cada dia é bico de obra, uma carga de trabalhos faz-nos falta renovar baterias, há razões de sobra para celebrarmos hoje com um quadro que se empolga. É dia de folga, este é o quadro que se empolga. É dia de folga.